How are we? Welcome back to another episode of Finn's Farm Life. So, today's job is back dealing with calves. So, we upped it's not in the ration, sorry, we upped them feed, so milk, for this lot and the lot below, and a few of them got a bit loose. So, I just said I'm going to give them all a shot of Bimistat. You see her there now, he has got a bit loose, so it's so I'm going to give them all a round of Bimistat. Bimistat is kind of an oral drench that kind of look at it now, calf scour treatment, oral drench. So it'll just kind of soak them up, and we also got stuff there. It's called Calf Flourish from Agri Stock. It's called. We got it there recently, and I'm going to give a few more calves that because we gave it to a few of these ones. So the likes of him, that one there, the one in the corner here. So it's meant to kind of give them a boost at the start, or you can give it to them anytime really. But I think it's starting to kind of give them a bit of a shine. So I have a few there that are kind of a bit shook, that I want to throw it into and see if I can get a bit of a reaction out of it. So that's the first thing anyway needs to be done. And then while we're on calves for today, I need to bed down the calves over, and there's a calf over there that I don't know what's wrong with her, but she was fine yesterday, and then today I'm after seeing now that she has not drank for her last 3 sessions. So I put her in a while ago, but she didn't take to it at all, so I'll have to have a little look into it and see what's going on with her. She's foaming at the mouth, so I don't know if there's something going on there, but we can figure that later on. So yeah, we'll get this done anyway first. Now, we'd done a bit of moving around, so I moved down 20 calves in here and give them a bit more space. I can open that gate so they get a bit more space. I must bed them down now, and we moved 5 more in there. That fella there, I gave him, we got lactate this morning, electrolytes and stuff, Bimistat, and I gave him Calf Flourish as well. So we'll see now if he takes milk tonight. If not, we'll see, we might get a vet for him because we have another calf below, which I'll show you in a while. Anyway, 4 calves in here. We're doing calves now with this, which is what I was on about. So now if we'll focus. It's called Calf Flourish. Basically, it's like kind of a mineral boost essentially for calves. Like you can give it to them at the start, or give them to if there's a calf a bit below kind of where you want them to be. But I give them like to the likes of her now, like say he got it and he didn't get it, but like she's a fucking way shinier coat, like so like it does help, like, and same with that fillet over there, if it will move at all for me. That one, like, they just get a better coat on them. So we started doing it now, 20 mil to all the new calves, and we only have to give it to them once. So we're just going to see if it does improve the calves more, because I think it works out at €2 a calf. So it'd be worthwhile, like, if the calves came out better and they're healthier, like, so because they do also get the garb of it and stuff like that. But a lot of time has passed. I'm going milking now at the moment. I was only over and back there today. We was going off to the other farm outside, and there was nothing really going on. I was kind of just floating between a few wits trying to get things done. But I'm going milking now. And what else do I need to do? Oh yeah, no, we spent about an hour and a half watching Ireland versus France in the Six Nations, which was not the nicest way to spend the Saturday, to be quite honest. It was a poor showing from the lads, but look, they're a brilliant group. Roll on next week, and we'll see. We might have a better game against the Italians. But yeah, that's this evening now. I'll be back to you again when I'm finished milking. I'll bring you into the parlour altogether for a while, and we'll go through it. But yeah, we'll tip into it now. happy enough now with like the cows, so these are the ones now that are coming in from the field, so they're bagged up fairly well, to be fair. Like we had milk this morning now, and there were some of them that were given 26, 27 litres, like, so there's a few 40 litre cows here, like, so, or more, even nearly 50 litre. So like that's a heifer now, like she's a flaking heifer. So there's some flaking animals here. So like that heifer there now, like she's a handy enough bag in her, like small teeth, like she's not the easiest to milk, but she's a good heifer. Like she's given, this is this evening, like, and she's given, oh I know, short 11.6. So like she's a 20, she's probably a 25 litre heifer, like, and like she's a small enough bag, like. So like this one now, she's 10 litre. The next one down is a 12 litre, like there's some good heifers here. So like it's good to see them producing well on their first lactation, like, so yeah, so we'll tear into the milking now and get it done. Now we've jumped to the following day, so yesterday I was hoping to get a few more bits done yesterday evening, but things kind of pushed on with milking and stuff like that, so didn't get a chance. So today is going to be the day we do them. So firstly, well, I'll show you this one now. I think I was talking about it yesterday. So this lady got injured. I need to bed this down today now. So she got injured in her, just inside here. So she has a bit of a crack on the joint. She's gotten antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, painkillers, the whole lot. So we're still injecting her. We think one more day of an injection to give her. The vet was out to her about 4 days ago. But the swelling has gone down in the hip. So we're hoping that she will make a recovery, but she's still drinking. She has not stopped. She's not gotten sick from it. But if there's an infection in the joint and if it gets into her bloodstream, it's game over essentially. The one I'm injecting at the moment there's another one in here, and she got a bacterial infection on her tongue, and it stopped her from drinking. It only stopped her drinking maybe a day. I injected her yesterday with pen strip. I injected her this morning with pen strip, but now I'm just going to give her an injection of Ricocam, which is an anti-inflammatory and a painkiller. So I'm going to give her that. She's a lively calf, so trying to catch her is a pain. But we'll see. I have her spotted there now, so I'll see if I can get her in here and then pin her. But I could be doing this now for 10 minutes before I catch her, because she is a lunatic. So we'll go at it, see what we get at. Job done. I need to bed these down now in a while, but currently our loading shovel is getting a bit of work done on it, so we'll see if we can get that done later on. But what I need to do next is I need to go up to the silage ground that is up the back of the farm and have a look and see what the grass cover is like up there, because once we're done on the road field we're going up there. So I want to know what kind of grass is up there and how many days we're expecting up there. At the moment we are grazing day and night on the road field. there's half the cows in by day, half the cows in by night, half the cows out by day, half the cows out by night. Rotate them night and day. So yeah, that's the way we're working things at the moment. So everything else here is perfect. All the calves are going well. We did have to change the powder ratio on the oh Christ, we have to change the powder percentage on the feeder. So we thought that we had it set right, but it was actually only down at 9%, which means that the calves weren't getting enough. So we've since changed it up slowly from 9 to 11 to 12.5 up to 14. So they're now getting 14% powder, and the powder we're using is Vital Aqua Red. So speaking of which, I need to put in a bag. So just double check now it was actually changed yesterday. Yeah, it was changed. So they're back in business again. I'll go out and get a bag of powder, and we'll throw it in. What about if I grab a bag of pencils? We stopped using the calf ration recently. Only really use it for a short while, and now we're on the Sweet Start calf pencils from Southern Milling. So in fairness, we're going through nearly half a bag a day, maybe a bag a day. We were going through more when the calves are getting enough powder. So I've already given them their half the bag, so we'll check that later on. But yeah, that's everything okay down here now. So we'll go up and oh Christ, we'll go for our little walk and see what the grass is like above at the top, and judge what kind of grazing we're going to do. Now, so we're above here on one of the two silage fields above here that we're going to be grazing. So this one here is the one nearest to the gap. The gap is down here in the corner. And there is a passageway that runs up along it all the way up down to the ends. So there's gaps. I think there's 3 gaps in this one and there's 2 in this one. So this is the smaller of the 2. So this field was stitched a few years ago. I think it was about 2 years ago. It didn't take as well as we wanted it to. It is patchy in places, like here now is a bit light, but at the same time that's at the gap going in there, which kind of had a heavier flow of traffic in terms of silage. But we've reduced the traffic now because we're going in the gap down there into this field, or the gap down at the end. So we've reduced the amount of tractors that are driving through here during silage. This field has not gotten slurry yet, and it has not gotten fertiliser. It's been growing since October, when we done our 5th cut last year. So there's about 1,500 kilos of dry matter cover here. So it will take us a bit of time to graze it, but I'd say we'd be only doing day grazing here because it is a fair distance away from the farm. But we will probably send all the cows out to graze this, just with the sheer amount of grass that's here. The field next door was reseeded 2 years ago. Yeah, so this was done 3 years ago and this was done 2 years ago. So we undersowed this, so we planted whole crop with an undersow of grass underneath, and it worked a treat. So it is all new grass inside here. This is also not gotten slurry or fertiliser. This will all, once it's all grazed, we'll probably spread about 2,500 gallons to the acre slurry, and we'll be doing our silage fertiliser out in it. So we'll be spreading NutriCut from Grassland Agro. That'll be what we're spreading on this. I'm not sure what rate we're going to be spreading it at yet. We'll have to decide. But it'll be probably close to about 2 bags to the acre, or maybe more, what we usually spread. I don't think, no, it'll be something else because we haven't spread that NutriCut before, so we'll have to work out what rate we're going to spread that at. This ground has not grown as well as the one next door, so it is a bit more consistent, being that because the soil is not as compacted as the one next door, but it isn't really as much of a cover as I would have expected, because this has also not been grazed since, well, hasn't been touched since October. So yeah, so that's this ground. We'll be probably in here mid to late next week. We're getting through the field outside fairly lively, considering we're grazing day and night. So we'll probably have 3 or 4 more breaks in the front field, and then we'll be up here then. So we're going to try and hit this fairly hard and get it cleared, and then I can get out in and start spreading straight away, because we want to have slurry and fertiliser out on this as soon as possible. I'll probably will spread the fertiliser first, just to get that done, and we are half considering zero grazing a field that's over the road, that's more silage ground. I think there's 5 paddocks over there, works out at about 25 acres, where we're thinking of zero grazing that as well, and feeding that to the cows that are inside. But then we also want cows to be eating the silage that we do feed, because we aren't a fully grass-based system. We do diet feeding. We do rely heavily on feeding cows and trying to get the most milk out of them as we can. It's a high input system. But yeah, that's yet to be decided. But it would be a better job if all the ground was growing at the same level and growing at the same rate. So we'll see what happens there. But that's what's going on here anyway. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. I have nothing planned, but I'm going to finish now. While I'm up here, I'm going to do a full grass walk around the place and just see what way covers are looking, because we'll probably have another week, 10 days before we're going to be going back onto the actual grazing platform. So just to see where paddocks are sitting and see what kind of way we're going to do the rotation. So yeah, that's me done. So that's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the good things. New videos every Sunday, Wednesday and Fridays,
and I will talk to you in the next one.